So, in the past, I've actually made a video on unused or unreleased name tags. Well, actually, not really unused or unreleased. More like admin name tags that were based on, like, name tags that I think were unreleased for the public. Like the community name tag or the Discord name tag, as it's called. Because we do have the follower name tag, but there is a Discord name tag, which isn't actually being used by anyone apart from the developers, and I don't think developers are exclusively using it because they have their own static name tag that they're actually using, not just some weird thing that was meant to be shown in the game. But this is the follower name tag. It does have hearts and retweets. Well, I mean, obviously it's changed to X, but you know. Actually, this is called the chatty name tag, not the Discord name tag. Sorry, not sorry. It's got 3 dots and a smiley emote here. However, I'm not going to talk about that, nor the Santa name tag, nor the Xmas tree name tag, because I've actually already talked about those previously. Not in a voiced video. Maybe I should remake that video in a voiced video, but I've already talked about them in a video with text. However, there are actually 4 more name tags which are either unreleased, not in the game, or admin only to Tower Defense Simulator. As always, I'm grateful for Mentin for sharing this with me because he was the original person. Well, he wasn't the original person who probably found it. He probably forwarded it to me. And it all comes from, I believe, this visual effects artist who made such name tags. Now, as you can see here, Bard VFX seems to have made these name tags because otherwise why would we be able to showcase them? And here you can clearly see this is the lunar name tag or tag that he made for the lunar New Year's stuff in 2025. So that at least confirms that he is the creator of this. Again, I assume he's the creator of this. I wouldn't just assume that he's like stealing these assets. Furthermore, he's actually followed by Below Natural, which gives more credence to the fact that he's like a contractor or something to make visual effects for Tower Defense Simulator. Oh, and look, he even... Remember that video when I said that alter ego looks like the Brat thing? Yeah, let me just say, he did it. He did it. He's the Brat Green. So, yeah, this gives even more credence to this person being involved in the making of these name tags. And I'll probably hazard a guess that if Alter Ego is going to be an up-and-coming game within the next year, Bard here probably made some of the visual effects for Alter Ego based on this tweet alone. Furthermore, they've actually whoever they are, they've actually made a lot of visual effects in Tower Defense Simulator, as you can see here, as you can see here, as you can see here. They've actually made quite a few bits. So there's actually a lot of probably unused stuff here, which I'm sure Mentin will probably just be able to dig through. In fact, I could probably dig through myself because all of these visual effects look kind of cool. Look, they even made the Lunar New Year chest opening that they made. Very cool. All right, but back on topic. Name tags. Yes, name tags that they've made. So this is the original video, by the way, posted on the 28th of February. And as you can see here, obviously the lunar name tag. But then also, to the far left, you can see what appears to be glitchy stuff, but also some blue stuff and like some, I don't know, blue fuzzy lines that look like speed or something. This is the DJ Booth figurine name tag. Yes, this is actually the figurine that was seen, or the name tag that was seen. The original plan was to be seen for the DJ Booth figurine if you reached 3,000 sales. The only problem is it never reached 3,000 sales, and the developers have taken the page down. Luckily, we're a wiki, so we preserve everything. And as you can see here, name tag, this is a very similar style to the name tag seen here. This name tag. Now, unfortunately, unlike the other name tags in this showcased here, this doesn't actually have a name, so I'm inclined to believe that this isn't actually even in the game in the first place, because we would know its name otherwise. That's why, on the wiki, the best thing we can do is say that this is called the DJ Booth figurine name tag, because it's not added to the game, because we were nowhere near 3,000 sales, let alone 1,000 sales, which was just for the skin, and not even for the name tag. We weren't even like 25% of the way to 3,000 sales, let's be real. I don't know, this is a fully functioning name tag that was made for basically no reason, in anticipation that we'd reach it, even though we were nowhere near reaching it. This person also responds to someone, is this a reference to the hunt? Also, these looks beautiful. No, it's the first one that you get by ordering the DJ Booth figurine from Paradoxum Games. Fails to clarify that the sales for the DJ Booth figurine needs to reach 3,000 sales before that. So even this person's confused, assuming that if you buy the DJ Booth figurine, you get the name tag automatically. You don't. Right, the next one across is called the cookie name tag. Now, this name tag was probably all maintained meant to be around the Operation Ice event. However, this was not the case. It's either meant to be a battle pass reward or like a code, for example, because it was probably originally planned to be like slotted into this. Because, you know, there's a lot of stuff in the game battle pass which is just filler. Like, for example, level 37, just 500 coins or 5 spin tickets. Yeah, probably fit in somewhere there. Furthermore, one of the codes released around wintertime gave out a Cookie Scout sticker and 1 holiday crate, which means, kinda, that it could have been released alongside the Cookie Scout sticker as a code. However, that was not meant to be. Now, name tags can be given as a code. For example, the follower name tag was given as a code. And it's not the fact that the codes, one code can be limited to only one thing. For example, I mean, even with the 2024 Christmas code, there was a Cookie Scout sticker and 1 holiday crate. Furthermore, in the past, there's been the Russian emote, 50 EXP and 100 coins. So it's not like the cookie name tag couldn't be released alongside the Cookie Scout due to code limitations. No, for some reason it was just cancelled. Now, to be fair, the cookie name tag, it's just a cookie with it glowing, and it's actually off to the side. It's not even centered onto the name tag, and then it just crumbles around the actual name tag itself. Now, I wonder if the developers didn't add this to the game because of possibly the copyright infringement to Cookie Clicker. For those that don't know, Cookie Clicker is a game, I guess, where you click on a cookie and you get points, and you somehow industrialize to cookie capitalism, basically. However, the cookie here is nowhere near similar to the cookie shown here, and also the developers have shown that they're not really that adverse to copyright infringement if it's pretty vague. And in this case, it is even more vague than the Scout, for example, or the Soldier, or basically any other first towers added to the game, which were basically copies from tower battles. I doubt it was some copyright related issue, so we don't know why this was just canned for some reason. If it was even canned, maybe it was meant to be an admin name tag, but we don't know that. I mean, again, this isn't the first like Christmas-related name tag that was cancelled or unreleased. For example, the Santa name tag, that was unreleased, but I feel like for the Santa name tag, it's canned because it looks too similar to other name tags. Whether the developers release it later down the line alongside some other stuff like the Cookie Scout skin again, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. Or it could be added to the shop. You never know. Next, we got the Snowman name tag, which is also leaked alongside the other other name tags leaked here. As you can see, Bard VFX, they were the person who made the Snowman name tag. Now, this name tag was originally part of the Operation Ice event. Originally meant to be all obtainable from it, probably through the Battle Pass. However, that never happened, so it's actually unused in the game. So, developers can use it, and admins can use it, but the general public cannot. Now, to be fair, it is a pretty coolish name tag. It's a cartoon snowman with snow on top of a name tag, and then it's snowing to left to right. So, you know, pretty cool. However, it might be canned because it looks similar to other emotes. For example, the Frozen name tag, even though it's not an exact one-to-one, it's like a same color scheme, for example. And I don't know, maybe the developers thought that they had too many name tags in the game, but I mean, I'd prefer more name tags, even if they look similar to each other, than no name tag at all. And it's not like this was like some development thing posted by Bard VFX and never added to the game, because it is in the game. It's just unreleased in the game and unused in the game, so to the point where only developers can use it. So it's in the game. It could have easily been added to the Battle Pass, but it just never was. And the final name tag, which actually isn't leaked by Bard VFX, is called the Constellation name tag. However, this name tag actually has a misspelling. It's meant to have double L's, Constellation, not Constellation. However, let's just put this down to either Below Naturals or one of the developers' dyslexia. I assume they have dyslexia. They probably don't. I'm just assuming that they do, given the fact that they make many typos. And don't worry, developers, I make many typos myself. I have dyslexia too. This name tag actually was meant to be part of Operation Ice, despite the fact that it looks kinda like Lunar Overture, or no, not even Lunar Overture, because there was no name tags back then. I mean, there was name tags, but no name tags specifically for the event. More like the Hexscape event. But no, this was actually meant to be part of the Operation Ice events because of constellations, stars in the sky, you know, gleaming and stuff like that, you know? Similar to the Starry Night name tag, and they have a similar-ish color scheme, especially with the stars. The stars here, yellow. Here, the constellation, it's a similar shade of yellow. Purple, yellow to purple gradient text. Star constellation, which contains 6 stars connected by multiple yellow lines. Now, is it me, or does this constellation look kinda like the Umbria's constellation? I'm not saying that the Umbria's constellation is very similar to the constellation name tag, but I'm just saying the crown of the Umbria I don't know, looks like a stylistic rendition of whatever the constellation is. Just saying. Well, the constellation is a cartoon rendition of what the stars on the Umbria looks like. You know, could look like that, because it does look like it forms a crown of some kind. You know, star here, star here, star on top of the crown, star on top of the crown, and then a halo around it, a halo around it. You never... It could look like the Umbria's name tag. I doubt it, because the Umbria isn't part of Operation Ice, so it would probably be part of the Battle Pass. But it looks kind of cool. And out of all the name tags that I've said in this video, this is the one that I wished was in the game, because it looks kind of cool. And I've always said that the Aurora name tag is my best name tag to use. And the second one would be the Corblux Hunter name tag. I would say the Constellation name tag would either be first, the most used name tag that I use, or second, overtaking Corblux Hunter name tag. Now, obviously, in size, it doesn't hold a candle to Corblux Hunter, nor does it hold a candle to Aurora. Aurora is the largest name tag in the game, but it looks kind of cool with the crown-like constellation. Why this was canned? I don't know. With going with a similar theme vibe, it could be because Starry Night name tag is kind of similar to what was it, the constellation name tag, and then you also have like North Star name tag. So maybe there were too many stars in the name tag era. But I don't know. I just wish that this name tag, out of all the name tags, was actually added to the game. But oh well. And those are all of the name tags that we know that are unreleased, other than the Chatty, Santa, and the Xmas tree, which I previously named last year. There are probably many more that the developers have theorized, and probably in the game, but we just don't know of it yet.